Hi everybody, what's happening? I'm P Rex, and I am back with another bonus content episode of Until Dawn. I really thought this bonus content was really interesting because it's all about how uh the game designers uh they basically used a scientific method to see if their game was working or not, scare wise. Uh so it was really interesting to see these people trapped in this room with the lights off playing the game for the very first time. I would have loved to have been one of those people, just to be one of those, people who just get to experience this game for the very first time without any outside information coloring your views, anything to spoil what's going to happen. But, you know, say la vie. It wasn't meant to be. So, yeah, we'll just play that bonus content and see how they deal with this game for the very first time, knowing nothing, absolutely nothing about it.
Until Dawn is a game that's full of horror, and one of the things we decided to do early on was to take a scientific approach to how scary it was. So we did experiments on people and we measured their responses to the game. We've created a test area. It's as close to a home setup as we can get it. We've recruited ordinary people to play the game and we've left them to play it on their own.
You're turning the light off.
The only difference is it's rigged with cameras and microphones that relay the data through to the next room where people are watching them play. Bracelet here we use for biometric testing. It measures the player's emotional response. It's called a galvanic response sensor. It makes contact with the user's skin and it measures the electrical conductivity across their skin. It's the same principle as an old-fashioned lie detector. When you're stressed, you sweat a little, very sensitive, and picks up tiny changes if the player is feeling anxious or scared. That data's fed back to a testing team, comes through as a graph.
I'm so sorry.
There's no point testing one or two people, you have to test a lot of people.
And watch your step.
When we have a scare that's consistently has a measurable emotional response, then we knew it was good. If it didn't have that, it goes back to the team for improvement. The data doesn't tell us what's wrong with the scare, it only tells us if it's working or not.
Wait, okay, so you hear that too, right? Josh,
Here we have a chapter relatively early in the game.
weirdly regular.
Nothing regular about it.
We have to create tension and anxiety in the player so they are ready to receive the scare. Have to give the player time to recover, to cool down, to calm down, and then start building the tension again before we do the next scare.
Hey.
What?
Hey.
What the hell?
Ooh, you just got mugged.
Yeah, I have such an adrenaline high from that game.
There's two things we found. One is we could look at the scares, analyse if our expected scares were working effectively. Were people shrieking and covering their hands, or were they getting an emotional response from it? And being scientific about it means that we strip out people's opinions about whether things are working or not. We've got data, and we look at the data. If it's working, we're happy with it.
Really scary.
Bit scared and wanting to get away.
I actually be maybe a bit scared to play on my own, but
In a room with the lights on, yeah, with some other people as well, yeah, maybe.
But because I'm a scaredy cat, I would play with someone in the room. And the lights on.
It was one of the scariest games I've played in a long while.
So, I thought it was really interesting that they used, like, they look like little wristwatches or sensors to like measure their fear, and like I said, they didn't really it doesn't really tell them what's wrong with it, only if it's working, if they're scared, if their emotional responses go up, if they're stressed out, or if they're experiencing high tension or whatever. It only tells them that type of data. So I really appreciate the fact that the game designers went to that extra step to make sure the game was as scary as possible, and the game is scary. I thought it was funny that as they were playing it, some people were covering their heads. One girl even like literally curled up into a ball and didn't even watch the television screen as Sam was running away from whoever it was that was chasing her. So she probably missed that QTE. But I don't know. I can honestly say that I have never done that playing a scary game. Like, never done that. Maybe during some scary movies, but when I'm playing a game, I need to be in control of what's happening. So I've never done that. How about you guys? Have you ever done that? Have you ever like covered up your face while playing a scary game? Have you ever like almost put the controller down or curled them to a ball like that one girl did? How about horror movies? Have you ever done that? Have you ever just looked away because you couldn't stand the horror that was happening on the screen? You were just too scared to look. Just let me know in the comments. I'd be really interested in hearing about that. But for now, that's the end of this bonus content. I've been PIMP Rex, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody.